Sup all, we're back with part two, and hopefully the, volume will be better because we have our mic standing on a tissue box. Epic thinking. By me.
No, that was all me, dude.
Shut up!
So we
Anyway.
can project our voice better into the microphone.
Yeah, and I'll sound less like an emo Urkel. Yeah, listened to it back, and I do sound like a retard. My apologies. I probably still sound like one now. Oh,
This
well.
is where we were fighting each other because
Yeah, we pretty much
kind
just
of
got...
mad at each other.
Yeah, and, here's this scene where we all wish Jar Jar had drowned, and he takes them to the underwater utopian city of Atlantis.
Looks like a giant.
What's with the giant, retarded frog?
I don't know. Oh, sprinkly.
He's got a wizard hat, too. Or, that beehive hairdo. Awesome. We are going to drive the sperm cell.
The giant spermmobile.
Whee! Yeah, I really wish they had made a level out of this. I mean, that would have been pretty fun, don't you think? Driving around in that.
Yeah, dodging stuff.
Yeah. But instead, they made the pod race level, which you will see later.
Oh my god.
That takes up about 3 parts, I think.
It might have took us about 20 minutes just to get past the level.
Yeah, so if you're that's probably where it's going to get a bit boring, so we're going to be making jokes, but if you really find it boring, just skip ahead when we get those next parts up, whenever. Anyway, yeah. They're attacking Naboo and Natalie Portman, who is hot.
Yeah, sure. She's hot.
Ish.
I don't know.
The girl who plays Padme, that chick.
You gotta remember, I haven't seen these movies in a while.
Yeah.
A long time.
At this point, she looks like a retarded mime, I guess. Basically.
With that hair.
Yeah. Anyway, we have him doing, well, I mean, you can't, it's obvious what he was doing there. We all know what we want to say. He premature ejaculation. Anyway, got that joke out of the way.
And there's a guy floating.
And, yeah, he's not cool enough to float. Anyway, I mean, come on. I remember hearing, some guy say part of the Jedi Code is that you can't love or be with any girl, so you can't blame him for doing that. I mean, if it comes down to it.
Loser.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't be a Jedi.
No.
Jedis don't get any ass. Anyway, in this whole level, you'll be playing, or until we get to the Jedis, you'll be playing as Padme.
And some dude.
Yeah,
just some dude.
That guy who plays the security guard, and there's one way I could say how we know who he is, but I'm not. I'm just gonna call him security guard.
And if you shoot those gates, you get more point credit things. So.
Yeah. Anyway, we forgot to. I guess I'll describe those. At the top of the screen, you'll see a little bar thing. What that's for is, I know that these are mandatory to get the bonus level. Basically, the silver coins you use to buy items and cheats and whatnot, and the gold ones you use to fill that bar up. So, yeah, that's their point. Anyway, how do you think they designed this? How they made the palace look?
Kind of like a lot of flowers.
Yeah, they did. They did make it have. Yeah, they did have a lot of green in this level.
Greenery.
Mm-hmm. That's one way to put it.
Florists designed this level.
Very much.
So.
Anyway, yeah, there's gonna probably be a few parts where there's a puzzle and it's us. Well, you don't know who we are, but you get the point. We were too idiotic to realize that you had to shoot certain things.
Shoot the targets right there.
Yeah.
We're just trying
idiots.
to kill things.
But basically, yeah, you can turn into the Jedis here. However, that's a trap because you have to shoot all the targets. But we already did, so screw that. Anyway, yeah.
And you shoot the targets because
it just opens something, I think. Anyway, yeah. Not that hard. But, I think some parts it looks like it sticks out, but the Legos really, fit into this, I guess. It looks like a Lego-ish world.
And you gotta jump on that platform?
Yeah,
and on the other one?
Yeah, and you both have to shoot the targets. Not sure if you have to do it at the same time. I don't think so, but this is a good example of us being too retarded to do it. So, yeah, you can just laugh at us for a second. Just... Anyway, to go off on a bit of a rant here. No, actually, I'll save that for the pod race. Because, well, that's
the most boring thing ever.
Yeah. Anyway.
Nice aim there, tart cart.
Shut up. And that's fuck you. Basically, yeah. This is where we chose to turn into Jedis. Except I didn't.
Kick ass.
And this is where I had to turn for something, and then I came back. I think I was telling my brother to get out of the room. He's annoying. Anyway,
watching us right now.
yes, he is. And if he tries anything during the commentary, we will beat him up. Anyway, yeah, there were birds in the background. That makes you feel nice.
Use the Force.
Yes, I doubt they talk about how the Force shouldn't be used to cut up hair. I imagine how they feel blowing up flower pots. For Jedi Masters, they really don't use it too well.
That's where you have to hit the button.
Yeah, and you use them to open those things. However, we were too retarded to realize what we had to open.
And it took us a while.
Yeah.
A very long time.
Yeah.
And you can't open those until you hit the button.
So, yeah. Hey, look, more birds in the background. Yay.
What kind of bird?
Trying to make a reference here. African swallow. If you get that reference, yay, you get a cookie. A digital cookie, but a cookie. Anyway, yeah, you just gotta keep hitting the buttons.
You don't have to slam them, you just have to touch them.
Yeah, but we felt it looked more epic if we slammed the buttons.
But we missed.
Terribly.
I see.
Shut up. And like I said before, there's a lot of green in this level. The floor is green, the roof is green. My lightsaber's green.
And right there, we didn't notice there's a hole in that last one that gets you to the next level, but we decided to walk.
Yeah.
Just in random places.
And that's where I decided to commit suicide. Oh, that's you. Never
that
mind.
was me.
And I guess your
I'm
lightsaber's green. So, like, you've seen the movie Spaceballs, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that movie. What was your favorite part of that?
The opening scene where the ship just like takes 10 minutes to go by.
Yo, I always thought it was funny how they get their lightsabers tangled. I laughed at that.
Yeah.
My shorts is what I like is, like, in all Mel Brooks movies, they always comment on how they're filming a movie. Like, the whole thing where they're watching the TV and they're watching Spaceballs while Spaceballs is happening, so.
Did that happen in Blazing Saddles? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know what it is.
Oh.
Speaking of that Blazing Saddles, did you ever see Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Yes.
Hey,
Only parts of it.
The sheriff is black? Hey, worked in Blazing Saddle. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you looked back at what those two robots were doing, one of them was making a strange motion with his hand. And if you look at the way his hand, all Lego's hands are shaped, you can pretty much just guess what he was doing. Yeah. Anyway, we are boarding the giant ship mobile.
I think we should put an age restriction on this.
Nah. Anyway, yay, we continue. Loading. We're still... Oh, and the next part is the infamous Mos Espa pod race. I hated the scene in the movie, and I'm gonna hate it here even more.
And so will you.
Yeah. Basically, we fail utterly. Like, look up definition of fail in the dictionary, and you'll see a link to the next video. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time where you get to watch our fail. And Obi-Wan fail as well, right there. Yeah.